Now, students, let's do the roof on this building here. So I've used a product, Kingspan quad core wall panels here. And so I'm going to use a similar roof panel, quad core roof panel. And this is it here. So I'm in the NBS BIM library. And I just did a search for quad core roofing panels, and this is the one that came up. So I downloaded this, okay? So this downloads as a zip file. You've got to extract it, and then it comes in as a project. So you've got to open the project. This is what opens here, and then when you're in that project, go to the level 0, right? And then you can go in and choose the one you want. So I think I chose an 80 mil panel, something like that. So pick that, put it onto your copy clipboard, go back to your project here, and then within modify and paste, just paste it from the clipboard. And you're going to accept all of those and then just pop it in there. Now, once it's there, it's in the project, okay? So how do we create the roof? Because this is a roofing panel now, it obeys the parameters of a system roof as such. So I'm going up to the top level here, which is the top truss level, I think. Okay, and like so, and I'm over to architecture, I'm over to roof, and it's roof by footprint. And so I'm going to use the rectangle tool here. Now I just want to get this reasonably right. You got to remember there's going to be a valley gutter in here, and there's going to be a cover, a top cover over here as well. So I'm just going to take this roughly. I want to get in tight maybe to those side purlins here more than anything else. That's where I want to start. I'm going to pull it out all the way down here, and I'll leave it a little bit short of that beam running across there. Okay, now, so I'm going to select all of the pink sketch lines. I'm going to knock off the defined slope. And I'm now going to put the defined slope onto this one here. And I've already worked out what my angle is. It's 26.5. Okay, 26.5 degrees. So this is going to be a monopitch that runs at 0 here and 26.5 there. And I'll finish that. Now, if we go into this section here, you'll see that the roof is correct, but it's not in the correct position as such. So here it is here. So I can literally just move my arrow keys and move this down into position. Okay, and I'm going to put it on the top of those rails, those purlins rather than rails. Okay, something like so. Now, that is probably too long there, because if you think about it, I want this to stop roughly here, because I'm going to build in a valley gutter here. On this wall, I'm going to have my glazing. Okay, so I'm actually going to build a quad core wall the whole way down here, and then I'll cut out, as I did before, between that beam and this beam here. I'll cut out a whole section like I did here, and I'm going to fill that section with that curtain wall glazing. Okay, so so if I wanted to change the length of this here, what I got to do is select it and edit the footprint, and I'll go back to the top beam here. Okay, so I'm just going to move this with my keys. I'm going to put it in around there for the moment. I'm going to go back into the section. Now that's giving me a little bit of room there. I need to move it up. Okay, it's giving me a little bit of room here in order to create my gutter. I might actually pull this back a little bit further, and I'll actually pull this purlin back up here as well, because I want plenty of room here, because I want a nice deep gutter in there to make sure that there's no spillages. Now with this one here, in this case, I could push that up a little bit further, because I'm going to wrap another piece of wall. I'm going to push again another piece of wall up here, but I want this vertical piece of wall overlapping that one there. So if I get it right now, then I'll be able to repeat that. So I'm going to do this while I'm here. So I'm going to take that one and just using my arrow keys, I'm going to move this up along the angle here, like so. So I'm going to take that as kind of as my marker, something like that point there, right? And we'll edit the footprint again, back to the top truss. And so I think that's that point there. So I'm going to, again, just using my arrow keys, leave it a little bit shy of that. Sorry, cancel. And let's finish that. Don't cancel. Let's finish it. Okay, so let's move her up again. Select and cancel. Let's more speed. Let's taste more speed, isn't that it? Right, now that's looking well. So I'm going to be able to put my deep valley gutter in there. And that one is probably okay because I'm going to put a purlin on the end here and bring the wall down. So that one is not bad. Now, if that's the case, I'm wondering, can I just copy this across here? So I find a good point which to copy. Be that there. Yep. And again, be that point there. Okay. Now, if you get something like that, see that one? Now that it means that purlin is skewed. Okay. It's a wee bit skewed. So let's move this one back into position. Okay. The edge there. I'm just going to delete that one for the moment. Okay, and then we'll do the same here. And again, I'm just using my arrow keys here. Get that into position there. Okay, now that's set that up nicely. Let's take a look at that in 3D. Got my 3 portions of roof there. This one, I might bring down a little bit more forward. Let's get back into that section and see there. So again, I'm going to create a valley gutter in here, and I'm going to have this piece and portion of roof falling back that way into the gutter. So I'm going to do a full collection from this roof and from that roof into a gutter here as well. And so there's we just need to create that fall, and there's variety of different ways to be able to do that. We can go from tall purlins to shorter purlins, or we can put in fairing pieces or something. You decide how you want to do that, but I'm going to put the fall in. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go to top truss, and I'm going to put in an underlay here. I'm going to put in my ground level underlay so I can see what's going on here. Right, so we're roof again, architecture roof by footprint. And again, I use my rectangular tool here. And I want to get right tight now in here to this set of purlins, to those set of purlins there, I think. That's the wall and that's the purlin there, right? So it needs to come somewhere like this. All right. Now let's see where we put it in here. So again, I want to leave a gap for the valley gutter to go in. All right, so I'll do something like that there. All right, now I'll do the same thing again. I'll do it slightly differently. I'll just choose those 3. Sorry, it's the other way around. It's these 3. I'm going to take away the slope. I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to put a slope in of just maybe 7 degrees, something like that. Okay, and I'll finish that. Now, let's go and check this in the section first. It's way up here. So, okay, I'm just going to move it down. Now, 7 degrees is a bit much there. So, again, I will just, and am I happy with there? Do you know what? I might just sit the valley gutter on this beam here. So I'm going to extend this one down a little bit further, shorten this one, and create the gap on the actual beam. I think that's probably the best way to do that. So let's edit the footprint, and we go top truss again here. So we're going to do maybe just 2 degrees for the moment. Okay. And I'm going to take the line, and again, I'm going to go just maybe slightly beyond that. Okay, so I'll finish that, and then I'm going, when I'm here, I'm going to edit this footprint here and bring that up there. So I'm creating that kind of a gap in which I can create my my valley gutter. Now, something like so, and I'll bring him forward, seeing as I brought him back before. Now, that's perfect. Okay, so I got room now for the valley gutter to go in there. You need to come up a bit here. Now, as I said, you can create that fall whichever way you want to do it there. Yeah, this probably needs to extend over a little bit here. Yeah, I had it at this pearl, and I probably should have taken it as far as this wall here. Now, it all depends on what type of a capping you're going to do here, what kind of a system you're going to have for your parapet here. And I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to have a portion of wall. I'm going to continue these up here like so. Okay. Like that. And I might just copy that one. I'll just bring it up to there. So I've got a purlin system there. So I'm going to take a piece of wall and put it down here. So I want this to go past that maybe in there. So we'll do one final edit on this. Okay, so I'm going to take that right into, I think that's about it, into the wall there. Go back to the section, and let's just, yeah, something like that. I could even take it in a little bit more if I wanted. So I'm going to create a piece of wall there, and then I'll have all sorts of flashing and whatever else that needs to be done that way, and then put a parapet cap in on top of that. So you'll be working out what type of parapet detail you want. So that's that one. Now I'm going to repeat the same exercise up here. These all need to come down so that they're sitting on the beam here. Okay, not letting me do that, and I know why. So I just go back and I'll select them again. These are purlin, so it's this I need to, the offset value I need to adjust here. So that's about, say, 550, is it? Something like that. A bit too low. Let's take it up to 600. So I love that Z offset value. That works really well. Now, so there you go. There's smart. So I'll do the same here. And I think what I'll do is I'll fold it this way so that perhaps it spills onto this and runs down into that valley gutter. Or, you could split it. You could have a valley gutter underneath this one here as well, so it might come out and be catchier because there just might be too much water coming off this roof onto this roof and into that. It would have a head of steam on it, as they say, which would mean that you get splashing or something like that when you get a really heavy downpour, whatever. So I might just put a gutter in under here to catch that one there. So same idea as that one there. I'm going to create that roof in across there, and let's see. And that is kind of my roof systems done at the moment. All right. You can see beams popping up here, and again, let's just go back into the section and have a look at that. So I just wonder, should this extend beyond that, right? So that we've got a bit of a cover there, or do I create a kind of a parapet capping on top of that as well? So there's a couple of different solutions that we could do here on that. I'm just going to move that up a little bit there. So if I want to get it beyond that, I'd either have to move this beam down, or I would have to increase the size of those ones in order to put that up there. But I don't think it's particularly necessary. I think by the time I've created the wall for the curtain wall glazing here, I'm going to have I might just continue the angle up with a press metal capping, something like that. That's probably what I'll do there in that case. Okay.